All right, everybody, welcome in. This is day 2 of Out of the Deep esports tournament that they're putting on. Semifinals. We've got some good teams in. We've got some returning teams, I believe, from some other qualifiers. They did make it into semifinals. Tonight is going to be another all-out battle of trying to secure their spot in the finals. All right, and our first match is going to be Aaron Go. We've got a Primorsk all the way up to the shooting range. It's a very western flight path, so we will very well see some teams actually push out towards the east, out to a Pochinki school in Razuk, maybe even out there a little ways out towards Yasnaya Polyana. So we'll see how these teams are going to start jumping out here momentarily. All right, and we have quite a few teams that are, looks like they're kind of jumping early. We've got some teams that jumped about midway. Looks like they might be going to Pochinki. We did have 2 teams that jumped out really early. Looks like they're headed into a military base. Very well could see a quick fight there. Definitely some teams that are jumped into the Primorsk quarry area. Definitely down here in Primorsk already. We've got ICe Elves. I felt ICe Elves are down on the ground. And we've got Team 16, XForce. All right, we've got those teams there. They're going to be kind of just grabbing what they can. Nova quickly grabbing some stuff into it from another building. We've got a couple teams up into the Zarki area, north of Georgia Pool. 3 teams, maybe 3 teams inside of Pochinki. Let's go check it out. We do have Team 3 Real Gunners, User, and we've already dropped connection already, so heading back into Real Gunners and Usura. They're there in the Pochinki. All right, they're just they are really close to one another, so hopefully they have some at least decent weapons here for the team, because it is gonna get crazy. All right, Real Gunners, they're just on the... Oh, let's go heading over here to Rafili. All right, they are definitely laying low here, so let's do this. We're gonna get y'all. All right, this is what they're at right now, so you can see that they are trying to lay low, trying to at least stay with some. But we'll keep an eye on those 2 teams. Let's head. All right, so we don't have a lot of teams. The only 2 other fights we've got is ICe Elves, so we're gonna keep them up like they're kindness with some shots. All right, we've got them both up, both the teams up. Urza 0 eliminations. We've got real gunners. They are headed over into the school area. All right, ICe Elves kind of closing the distance there. We do have... All right, Arc, let's go check out with it. Let's fall in with Arc. Arc kind of in the middle and amongst XForce here. There's some shots as well. Ooh, XForce down a member already. So ICe Elves is securing an elimination there. DK and Nova right on top of each other. XForce doing a very quick push. Nova may be in trouble. Down, gets knocked. And the Nova is out. So that is a 1-for-1 swap there. So both teams are now going to be sitting as a team of 3. 9 coming in with Fate with a revive. Arc is down, so let's see. It may be a drop for drop, but let's see if they can get both the revive. ICe moving in, gonna get a revive, so it's gonna be keeping both of these teams into a 3v3. We've got team up in Zarky. Let's go check it out. Team 6, team check. And we got team 12, Sinners. They're up there in the Georgia. They're up there in the Zarky area. Karan is down. There's gonna be a quick elimination here for team check. So team check securing 2 eliminations. They're moving out of that zone. And XForce secures 2 eliminations. They may be going for a 3rd. Beautiful molly inside. ICe last one. That is still going to be standing for ICe Elves. Alright, XForce about to make a very quick push up the stairs into the attic area of the building. ICe's kind of trying to hold it. Looks like he's got a shotgun. May actually win, and out the window he goes. Oh, and ICe Elves are our first team out for match number 1. They are quickly been eliminated. We are down to just 14 teams remaining. Sinners, Scarface, the last one still stands. So Sinners may be our second team out, we don't know. But we have seen them perform really well under pressure. Scarface has been the last one still standing several times. And has definitely pulled the team through, gotten them in that top 10. And gotten them some placement points and a few other kills as well. So he may be their wild card to keep them alive. And let's get y'all here. Alright, back to where we were at. We were with Urza, so let's go with Team 19. Team 19 is going to be Obsidian Vortex. Obsidian with 2 eliminations already. Urza is going to be hurting just a little bit. RU has been and was knocked and eliminated, so Urza is going to get that elimination, and they may be completely eliminated now. So Urza is our second team out tonight already. These teams are dropping like flies, and we are only in match number 1. All right, Real Gunners with 4 eliminations. They have lost a member, so they are going to be moving forward, being a team of 3. Team 5, Oblivion Esports, is down and out already. All right, our zone kind of staying in that Primor, so it's staying that south-southwest corner. So a lot of these teams that are going to be moving in are going to be fighting on their way in. So XForce, being down there in Primorsk already, is going to be able to sit there very comfortably for a little while, loot up, grab what they need, maybe even push into the quarry and then try to get some eliminations there. We're going to jump in with Team 10. Team 10 Alpha 4 Legends. They put up a fight last night as well. A lot of these teams that are returning tonight did make it for round 2 or day 2 of the semifinals. So these teams are for sure trying to battle it out, trying to secure their spot for the finals. We are 12 teams still remain. All right, heading out. Let's go way out there. We've got a team that's out there by Yaznaya Baliana. This is going to be Team 17 Celebrity Killers. So they're going to be out there playing in the blue zone. Let's actually get y'all on the main cam there. All right, so they're out there in that blue zone. We've got another one out there. Sinners, Scarface. Definitely going to see him kind of just slow down, keep the team alive, keep them in that top 10, going for those placement points right now, which is a very good strategy. All right, we've got Team 18 out there in the blue zone as well. They are rotating in. Team 18, SE4L. And they're going to be moving their end. Now our zone is closing in, so we're going to see a lot of quick fights here. Very quick. So Alpha 4 and Real Gunners in the core. Nice shots. All right, Sabazi with a drop on Real Gunners. Let's jump in with Real Gunners. Fades is down. So Real Gunners being a team of 2 right now. Let's see, are they going to... That revive may be tricky since Alpha 4 did a hard, very quick push there. All right, Godlin laying it down, trying to just stay alive, trying to keep that team in the top 10. Fades may be in trouble if they can find him. Fades down and out. Godlin gonna be the last one. Still stands for Real Gunners. All right, with 12 teams remaining, they are going to be bunching up really quickly. XForce with 4 eliminations and a team of 3. They may be securing another elimination here. Cat Dog down and out. Team of 13 and NOOBS Esports started out as being a team of 3. Winner just missed the first card, gets ran over by the second one, and has been eliminated. Noob now down to just a single player. Oli is going to be the last one for Noob. BALLAS, Team 14 with an elimination on the board. We've got a lot going on here inside of Primorsk. Definitely these teams are trying to stay together. BALLAS with a good position. They do have the water to the backside, so not a lot of other teams are going to be coming their way, so they've got to focus everything up front that is going to be inside of Primorsk. Alright, Obsidian Vortex down on the very coastline of Primorsk, so they are definitely gonna kind of wait this out. All right, teams are moving in. We've got fight already up here with team of 17 Celebrity Killers in a V9, team 11. V9 with 1 elimination. They are sitting as a team of 3, and the serial killers are closing in right behind them. Can they? Serial killers with 2 of their members down. Vito down. God Kid is still up. Kappa still up as well. Nicely done to V9 with 4 eliminations and losing 2 of their members. S4 or SF4L definitely coming and trying to get out of that zone here. Zaman down and out really quickly there. So SC4L is going to be a duo team now, since they did start with a team of 3. And it is going to be a Primorsk zone. All right, we are closing in, And it is gonna be a madhouse here. We've got 9 teams remaining. Nine teams. They're gonna be in a little bitty zone. Goku is down for SE4L. Batman's gonna stay alive. Gonna try to keep that team alive. Now they're in the top 10 now. Alpha 4, BALLAS. So we've got Alpha 4, BALLAS are our only 2 teams that are still sitting as a full squad moving into Zone 6 here. We might see in a 4v4 towards the very end. Real Gunners. They are a single player. And he is definitely out of the zone, just kind of waiting it out, which is all right here. So let's move in with XForce. They're going to be kind of our center point here for them. And they are sitting as a duo. 8 and 9, both. All right, we've got a lot of crossfire shots over with Team 9. Team 9 is going to be Simplisity Gaming. Simplisity Gaming starting out with a team of 3. 0 eliminations, and they are in the top 10. They are definitely doing it really well. All right, team check with 3 eliminations. All right, Simplisity Gaming may be in a little bit of trouble. They are kind of pinned into a few group of houses. They got Alpha 4, which is a full squad. They've got team check. Alpha 4 getting lit up. Zuri. Laying those shots down. Alright, Simplicity Gaming did lose a member, so they're going to try to get out of that area. They were definitely right there in the middle of that fight. Alright, team check getting a revive, so this is going to keep them a duo moving forward here. Alpha 4 quickly pushing in, and check may be in some serious trouble as Alpha 4 is coming in with a quick. Alpha 4 lost a member right there. Dash is down for check, but team check now has 4 eliminations. Alpha 4 still sitting as a 3-man squad. Dash is not going to be able to get healed up. Sabziski comes in with a nice there and is able to eliminate team check. So Alpha 4 with 7 eliminations. We have 4 teams that still remain. These teams are putting in some work, trying to stay alive, trying to keep their team in that top 10, trying to secure those eliminations so they can secure their spot for the finals. BALLAS is still up on the hill. Pretty sure that they have been on that hill for quite some time, so they definitely picked a really good place. Alpha 4 moving very quick onto XForce. Looks like a 9 is actually inside the amphibious. Oh, a nice shot with a shotgun. Gets the knock. Does he get an elimination there? Does get the elimination with the shotgun. A 9 taking the amphibious and getting out of there. Alpha 4 is now going to be very well could be down to a solo. Alpha 101 has been eliminated. Fate securing those kills. XForce with 8 eliminations. 9 is going to be the last one still standing for XForce. 2 teams remain. This is a 3v1. Can 9 could not clutch it with a team of 3. Well-placed grenade by BALLAS. And BALLAS getting that chicken dinner for match number 1. XForce coming in second. Simplisity Gaming coming in third. Alpha 4 coming in fourth. Team Check coming in 5th. Obsidian Vortex, I believe, coming in 6th. Team SE4L coming in 7th. NOOBS Esports coming in 8th. Real Gunners coming in 9th. V9 coming in 10th. Celebrity Killers coming in 10th. Sinners coming in 12th. Oblivion Esports, I believe, is coming in 13th. Urza coming in 14th. And ICe Elves coming in 15th. Despise with a BALLAS with 5 eliminations for the team. Definitely going all out. 2012 from BALLAS as well. Team Rescues got 2 of those. Definitely working to keep the team alive up there to the very end with a team of 3. And Husky Money with the finish kill. GG's to the teams for match number 1 here. So we will get you into match number 2 here momentarily. Y'all hang tight with us. All right, match number 2 here in Myanmar. All right, Myanmar gonna be one of the larger land maps. So we could very well see teams just kind of slow down, take it slow, grab what they need, and take on fights as they come. But also, Myanmar has a lot of high places, a lot of hills, so it is a sniper's paradise. So these teams are gonna have to pay attention, not just what's out there, the 50 to 100 meters, but out there just a little bit farther, kind of out there towards the 200, 250 meters out away from them, because they could be, any of these teams could be sniped and sent back to the lobby right before they even know it. And our flight path is coming out of Impala all the way out towards the ruins of the northwest point of this map. Got the Hacienda San Martin area in this flight path. So we got Watertown, we've got Power Grid, Graveyard, Los Llanos, dangerously close to this flight path as well. We've got Cruz de Vil, El Pozo. Great places for these teams to jump out, loot up, suit up, and grab what they need. So we've got two teams already jumping out really soon, right on top of each other. It's going to be Team SE4L and Celebrity Killers. Looks like they very well could be going to the same location, so we might see a very quick fight with them. May see a couple teams go into the San Martin Hacienda, which it looks like we do. Looks like we got a couple teams going in there. It's going to be NOOBS Esports and BALLAS. They're headed in with them. BALLAS are our winners from last match, so we are jumping with them, and they are down on the ground with NOOBS Esports. Tang T with some shots there. Oh, gets hit in that side of that ledge on the building. Definitely saved him from falling and getting hurt even more. All right, NOOBS Esports full squad. BALLAS starting match 2 here, being a team of 3, so that might hurt them a little bit. But we did see them with a team of 3 at the very end of first match, and they did come out with a chicken winner din. Let's just go with that for the day. A chicken dinner for match number 1. So we got 2 teams up in ruins. Let's go hop over there. That's gonna be Simplisity Gaming, a team of 3, starting match 2 here. And it's a team check, so this is a 4v3 in ruins. Simplisity Gaming is gonna have to hold their own here. Definitely a lot of grenades going off. NOOBS Esports with 3 eliminations already. So who did they just take out? They took out BALLAS. Now BALLAS from a win, coming right off of a win, is their first team out already for match 2. That going to hurt them just a little bit in points though. Hopefully they can pick it up and come back with in match 3 and come back from them losing here, coming out. So XForce, team of 4, heading right over with back into Simply Gaming with 1 elimination. They do have Bama Boys is down. They've got to get this revive to keep them as a team of 3. And check, team check down and out. Simplisity Gaming with 4 eliminations, and they're going to be able to get that revive, keeping them a team of 3. All right, headed over with Real Gunners. Let's check them out. They are in Los Leonos, looting and shooting and grabbing anything and everything that they need. Headed down into Pareto. Let's go check SE4L. They are down there as well. They've got 3 teams. We've got Celebrity Killers down here, Team of 17, and Sinners. Sinners with 2 eliminations for their team right now, and they are sitting as a full squad. Hustle is down with Celebrity Killers. That is gonna be a tough revive, but very doable though. CU is... don't know what CU is doing, but it looks like it's going in the wrong direction. Hustle is gonna bleed out to death. CU still trying to get into cover. Sinners pushing hard. And the CU is gonna be down and out very quickly, if not to zone. Sinners are gonna try to clutch this and get a win and a kill out of it, and they did. Sinners up to 5 eliminations. All right, the Batman are rolling in. All right, Karan and Batman 1v1. Who's it gonna be? All right, the rest of Sinners are trying to push in, so they're gonna come in for a backup. So Karan is definitely just kind of waiting it out here. Gets a few shots there. Batman looks like Batman's gonna continue going. Zaman is gonna be kind of right behind the Batman, so Sinners gonna pick up their other teammate and move into the zone. La Cabrera, let's go check this out. We've got 3 teams here. XForce, ICe Elves, DK gets dropped by Kindness. ICe Elves on the top with being a team of 2 now, with 3 eliminations on the board. All right, V9 inside that graveyard. They're just kind of looting and grabbing. NOOBS Esports sitting there inside the Hacienda San Martin. They're kind of more in that zone area, so they've got some time that they can loot and grab any extra supplies. Then it looks like they're going to be headed towards the center of the zone. Oblivion Esports making their way into the zone through Cruz de Vel. Alright, we're down to 10 teams already remaining for match 2. So our teams that have already been eliminated are Team Check, BALLAS, XForce, Serial Killers, and Team 19, Obsidian Vortex. So we have 5 teams that have already been sent back to the lobby. where they will wait for match 3. Alright, Simplisity Gaming doing extremely well by staying alive. They are in that top 10 with 4 eliminations. Urza, they are rolling it in to Hacienda. NOOBS Esports may see a fight. All right, now these teams with 10 teams and the size of the zone, these teams are going to be able to kind of slow down just a little bit now. They're not going to be taking on too many quick fights here. Batman getting lit up and it spins out and has been dropped. Zaman is in some serious trouble. V9. Nice molly right there for sure. V9 getting 2 eliminations there. And taking out Team SE4L. Alright, so those quick shots there has Alpha 4 rolling in on the V9. M416 with Alpha 4 does kind of rotate around a little bit. All right, M4 kind of out there by himself. M416 definitely moving in, did get hit a little bit there. All right, Alpha 4 in Oblivion. 77K is by himself. Can he clutch this for the team and get a revive, and is down and out? So Alpha 4 with 4 eliminations, and they're going to get those revives, keeping them a full squad as they're moving in. V9, as you can see, is starting to roll in really deep, really quick here, not giving Alpha 4 any chance to heal up, and so they're going to come in as quickly as they can, trying to get these eliminations and eliminate Alpha 4. M416 down. All right, with Alpha 4, with M416 still alive, is able to give that information of exactly where V9 is at to the other 2 members. 101 and 77 rotating around. M416 trying to get some cover, but still providing information on where V9 team members are. M416 gets shot there. So Alpha 4 now going to be a duo. And then they are definitely getting out of that area before they lose the other two. 8 teams remain, and we are in the water treatment. User up on a hill. This is a great position for them. So User, like I was saying, User is up on the hill. Great position for them. They are going to be able to oversee quite a bit here. So they're going to be able to see down inside the water treatment. You've got the NOOBS Esports kind of down in the valley. You do have ICe Elves. Since they're the last two that are remaining right now, they got a good high point as well up on a hill. Definitely got some high points inside the building. This is going to allow them as well to see any other teams that are going to be moving into that area. All right, Arc inside that building. So ICe Elves kind of in that very center here. Alpha 4 has moved up a little bit. User kind of pushing onto Alpha 4. But this is a wide open area for these teams. Not a lot of cover at all. Real Gunners sitting as a full squad. All right, V9 as a full squad. We've got quite a few teams that are still sitting as a full squad. We've got Real Gunners, V9, NOOBS Esports, and Urza still sitting as a full 4-man squad. All right, we've got Sinners moving in. They are as well as a full squad. Like I said, we've got quite a bit of teams that are still a full squad as they're moving into Zone 5. Ooh, Karan goes down. And is out. Jay-Z gets dropped and is out. They were out there in the open. All right, Sinners now with 5 eliminations. They are now down to just a duo, just that quick. All right, here's a Alpha 4 and ICe Elves, a 2v2. This is definitely going to be a good fight between these two teams. But only one will survive. Alpha 101 trying to rotate around 77. Well, Arc is going to be trying to take on Alpha 101. So they have definitely split. So they are doing a 1v1 here. But even though they are both teams are a duo, Alpha 101 goes down and has been eliminated. We are now a 2v1 here. And we still have 8 teams that remain. 7-7 with Alpha 4. And this zone is hurting tremendously. So ICe Elves may have an opportunity to kind of sit here. They are just inside the zone. So 77 with Alpha 4 is going to be in some trouble because they are definitely zone camping. Uh, 77's about to go out to zone. Does heal up nicely. Trying to get in the zone. And a kindness staying back and was able to get that confirmed kill, putting ICE Elves up to 7 eliminations. God Kid with V9 is down. Simplisity Gaming moving really quick. For them being a duo team with 5 eliminations, can they secure the kill? Rags is down. Home Depot is going to be the last one still standing. Definitely trying to keep the team alive. Trying to get some more elimination points. V9. Alright, looks like V9 is not going to try to take that on. Nidu is down. Alright, is Kappa going to go back? Doesn't look like it at all. Nidu is down and Home Depot coming in with a rescue just in time. They now have 6 eliminations. Simplisity Gaming definitely up there trying to dominate this match. Sinners and ICE Elves right here, very dangerously close. Karan with a molly there, or not a molly, with a grenade. Does that grenade do any damage? Doesn't really look like it. But it looks like ICE Elves are going to be just a single player in Arc with 5 eliminations, and they have 7 total. Winner with that shotgun in hand, definitely putting in some work, trying to confirm these kills. Beautiful grenade by, or not grenade, a molly by Winner. Noob Esports now up to 9 eliminations. 3 teams remain in a Noob Esports with a solid 4-man team. Sinners with a duo and ICE Elves being a solo. That zone is closing in. Noob Esports keeping to the high ground. Cat God and a Winner both kind of staying, moving down low. Looks like Odie is coming in. 2 teams. Sinners may be in a little bit of trouble. Excuse me. Scarface is down. GG's. Nicely done. Noob Esports confirming that chicken and dinner for match number 2. Sinners coming in 2nd. ICE Elves coming in 3rd. V9 coming in 4th. Simplisity Gaming coming in 5th. Real Gunners coming in 6th. User coming in 7th. Alpha 4 coming in 8th. Obsidian Vortex coming in 9th. SE4L coming in 10th. XForce coming in 11th. Oblivion Esports coming in 12th. Celebrity Killers coming in 13th. Team Check coming in 14th. And BALLAS coming in 15th. Arc going all out. He has 6 eliminations for the team. Nicely done. User Rapilli with the best companion, 2 rescues, any dealing that final kill, giving Noob Esports that chicken dinner for match number 2. Y'all hang tight. We'll get you here into match number 3 very quick, very shortly. All right. Match number 3. We're going to be here in Sandhawk. Now, Sandhawk, we're going to see a lot of quick fights because it is a very small land map covered, completely surrounded by water. So we're going to see a lot of these teams more than likely jump right on top of each other, which is going to make for some quick fights and a lot of action. With Sandhawk being a small map, any flight path that is given, these teams can jump out and get there very nicely. So, starting in Camp Alpha, all the way out to Camp Bravo, kind of that northern flight path, you have Paradise Resort, you have Boot Camp, Pan Am. Those 3 places are gonna be hot. We could see 1 or 2 teams jump in each of those locations. We might even see some teams kind of jump out towards maybe Kampong, pick up a little bit of stuff, work their way through Quarry and right into Boot Camp. But the action is definitely going to be there in Boot Camp. Looks like we're going to have at least 2 teams already there. And we might see some teams kind of going out to a Chamois, maybe. Looks like Sinners is going to bypass. We've already got a fight going on real quick here. Oh, before we miss it, Urza is going to be up there in kind of that the ruin area. Let's check them out. They're up there on the hill. And they are, let's see, Alpha 4 kind of in some trouble too. They have 6 eliminations already right off the bat. That is going to help them out tremendously with points. 6 eliminations. Do we have any teams that have already been eliminated? None. We still have all of our teams, but a user is down to just a solo. Definitely did not see that happening. Alpha 4 did not lose a single player up there, and it looks like a user is going to be our team, and that is going to be down and out first off, right off the bat. Alpha 4 coming in strong with 7 eliminations already for the team. We've got a fight going on inside of Boot Camp. We might have SE4L jumping right into Boot Camp. They have 3 eliminations. And the Simplisity Gaming is down and out. Alpha 4 definitely came off that plane swinging and ready to go. We're down to 13 teams that are remaining. And it looks like we may see Sinners pushing right into Boot Camp. So SE4L might see some more action. None of our teams jumped into Paradise Resort. Batman is been dropped, but is gonna be revived. Go check out Team Check. Dash, last man still stands for Team Check. Hot 10, Celebrity Killers, and the NOOBS Esports winner kind of pinned down. Cat God as well in there. Celebrity Killers moving quick here. Oh, Cat God gets a drop and an elimination for... And then Cat God gets taken out. Ollie and the winner are both the last two still stands for Noob Esports. CU gets a drop on winner, confirms the kill. Serial killers, celebrity killers up to 3 eliminations. They could secure a 4th. Ollie, as these are coming in, has a grenade. Is he gonna prep this grenade? Let's see. Gets the grenade up and out, and oh, and Samar is been dropped with that grenade. And Ollie down and out. So celebrity killers are gonna get an elimination there. So they are gonna have 4 eliminations and sending Noob Esports back to the lobby. They go. We got back into a boot camp. We got a fight going on with... We've got XForce coming in as well. They're going to be joining that party along with the Sinners. Karan with a good grenade. Beautiful drop on a Goku. Jazzy definitely pushing in. They can get another drop. Jazzy takes a grenade. SC4L, now a duo. Batman with a shotgun, gets a drop. Does he get the second one? Doesn't get the second drop. Almost. Karan almost went out. XForce moving in. They have found the opportunity to move into boot camp with the Sinners not gonna have time to heal up at all. And the Sinners being a team of 3 trying to get back up on their feet and fully healed before XForce is gonna... Jazzy goes down. TK is down and out. XForce is coming in hot and they are dropped very quickly down to just a solo. They came in like a wrecking ball and left. All right, Sinners up to 7 eliminations. All right, they're going to get that revive, keeping them a team of 3 in the side boot camp. Tang T with the BALLAS. 2012 is down. And then that is not going to be a revive. 2012 is way out of the way. Dash getting some shots. Tang T, the last one, still standing. Alpha 4 with 9 eliminations. And they are moving in, trying to get into the zone. M4 16 drops Dash. M4 16 definitely going to try to confirm that kill for sure here. Dash goes out. in our zone, staying kind of towards the south side, inside the Camp Charlie. We still got Penn that is in play here. But we do have two teams. We have Real Gunners down at the end. And then we have V9 in Bataan. All right, we have ICe Elves that's over in the cave area. They got some decision to make. They can either go across the bridge or they can go right across the water and try to get into Camp Charlie. Zone shifts with a Simi, the kind of the only larger compound that is still in the zone. All right, with 8 teams remaining, it's going to be a slow and steady here. Some of these teams are going to kind of take their time, kind of stay on the outside of zone. All right, see you trying to get across that bridge, but does a quick scope for the team to make sure that they are not going to get taken out before they cross the bridge. Samar in a 7K gonna get across that bridge. And Celebrity Killers make it across the bridge without being taken out. Alpha 4, let's go check them out. Alpha 4 with 9 eliminations did decide to take the water route and get across. Very smart, just in case there might have been a team on the bridge. We've got 4 teams inside the center of the zone, and it is not looking good for these because it's going to be a wide open area. We're going to... All right, let's jump in with Oblivion Esports. Let's see what these teams are going to be looking at here. Not a lot of cover. They do have a few buildings here and there. They do have some rocks and trees, but for the most part, it is going to be wide open. So these teams are going to have to play it safe. They're going to be using mollies, smokes, and grenades to try to even get those eliminations and be able to try to move in closer into one another. We've got Sinners coming in from behind. They're going to grab the other set of buildings that's inside the zone. Obsidian. Let's go jump with them. Let's go fall in on them. They are kind of up on the hill. They do have a set of buildings for themselves as well, but they are looking good here because they are on top of the hill. Does allow them to be able to oversee quite a bit, and then instead of it being a uphill battle for them, it's going to be a downhill battle for them. RU gets a kill. Alpha 4 may be in trouble now. Sabaki's last man still standing for Alpha 4, and is going to try to make their way into the zone a little bit farther. Alright, is galloping in really close to Real Gunners, but is going to stop in a Simi, grab a few buildings to kind of stay low. Alright, we've got Oblivion Esports Team 5, ICe Elves. Obsidian Vortex. All of those teams are still sitting as a full squad as we are moving into Zone 5 here in a minute and 15 seconds. All right, Real Gunners starting match 3, being a team of 3 with an elimination. Nahan, third party that long kill. And ICe Elves are going to be down and out. Oh, ICe Elves, they still got a member that is still alive. Kindness. Eight teams are remaining. This is gonna get crazy here. And all 8 of our teams are gonna be inside the zone. And these teams are about to lose the buildings that they're gonna be in, more than likely. Obsidian Vortex takes the zone. They have the only building that is left in a zone. So these teams, it is gonna be an open fight. And they are up there on the hill. They're gonna secure this. Hopefully they can fortify it enough to be able to actually take a chicken and dinner. Josh with some shots. All right, Team 5 very quickly moving in, rushing. Let's get y'all back there into that as action. Back up there with Team 19. Hopefully they don't lose anybody here. But Team 5 doing a very quick and hard push. We might see one of these two teams go down really quickly. Nahan goes out to the play zone. And it is all sorts of nuttiness now. Celebrity killers are trying to come in from behind here. And once again, the zone, when it shifts here, still keeping Team 19 inside of the zone. These teams are going to be fighting it out. V9 being a duo right now is going to kind of wait it out. Looks like they're going to wait it out here just a little bit. And it looks like Sinners is doing the same exact thing. Being a duo, they're going to wait this out and try to make a final push. Obsidian Vortex, full squad, is our last and only team. Along with Team 5, Oblivion Esports. So this is a 4v4 right here on top here. Both teams are equally matched. Obsidian has a member down. They may be in trouble. Josh goes down and out. It is a... What is going on? Team 19 trying to secure the kills. Josh is still down. Team 5 dropping like flies. Team 5 down and out. Very nicely done here. They definitely were able to push into that building as a team. Obsidian Esports Vortex came together really quickly there and was able to quickly eliminate a team. There are 7 eliminations. Sinners with a person and with their member down. Celebrity Killers coming in. They're trying to make their at least get a piece of this, the buildings here. All right, so 77K does get inside of a building. All right, let's jump in with V9 here really quickly. They're laying low, very close. Sinners making their way in. Obsidian Vortex may and very well could take the win here if that's played smart. Jacklord, last one, still stands, looks like to be to go out to the zone. Jazzy is down. 3 teams are remaining. Jazzy bleeds out really quickly. Karan, last one, still stands. Celebrity Killers dangerously close to that blue zone. That blue zone is gonna push them right into team 19. Are you with a shot with the DBS in hand? Gets the drop. Does he gets the kills for either one of them? Not yet. See you. Last one still stands and is dropped and taken out. RU is down. Rush trying to heal up. 2 teams remain. And Josh has been up here. This is a 2v1. Ooh, gets the drop. This is a 1v1. Oh, did Sinners just win? Nicely done. Karan with 6 eliminations clutches that win for Sinners for match number 3. They do get that chicken dinner. Celebrity Killers coming in 3rd. V9 coming in 4th. Oblivion Esports coming in 5th. Real Gunners coming in 6th. Alpha 4 coming in 7th. ICe Elves coming in 8th. Team Check coming in 9th. The BALLAS coming in 10th. XForce coming in 11th. SE4L coming in 12th. NOOBS Esports coming in 13th. Simplisity Gaming coming in 14th. And Urza coming in 15th. All right, we are gonna get you here in our last and final match for this, and we'll get y'all here momentarily. Hang tight. All right. Our last and final match for day 2, Group 1 semifinals of Out of the Deep, put on by Rain Esports. This is a tournament that they are doing. Our flight path coming out of Starboard all the way out towards the quarry, just north of quarry, all the way out to the west side there, with Yasnaya, Polyana, Razak School, Pachinki, Ruins, Georgia Pool, Severny, Shooting Range. Some great places for these teams to jump out, loot up, suit up, and grab what they need. Looks like we've got a couple teams that are jumping out really quickly here. They may be going into Yasnaya, Polyana, maybe even out to Komishki. It looks like quite a few of our teams actually jumped out. We've got about 4 or so teams that jumped out really early. Komishki being a really good place. A lot of good loot there for these teams. We may see some teams kind of pushing. It looks like we're going to see Celebrity Killers are pushing into Yasnaya, Polyana. Right behind them is going to be V9 as they are descending down. Do we have any teams already down on ground? We do. We have a team in check. We're going to jump with them. They're going to be up here in the Stalbert area. We have a team. Looks like we've got 2 teams in Severny. We've got BALLAS. They are there inside Severny with ICe Elves. Tang T already been down. Arc with that elimination. ICe Elves starting match 4 off here with being a team of 3 already has secured an elimination, putting points on the board for them. Got some teams over in the hospital, Georgia Pool. We've got Noob Esports. Oblivion Esports here. Shabubas, I believe that's how you pronounce it, with an elimination. Noob Esports, maybe it definitely a team of 3 now. They did lose a member, and I believe it was up there in the hospital. They lost a member. Back into Severny we go. BALLAS came out strong with match 4. And they have definitely taken some hits very quickly. I believe they're now going to be our first team out, and they are for the last match. Hopefully, the other 2, match 2 and 3, is definitely going to help them out, trying to secure a spot for that finals. Or match 1 and 3. Hopefully that will actually help them with the securing a spot in the finals. I believe that match 2 and 4, our last match here, they were the first team out. All right, with this being our last match, these teams are going to kind of, I would say, going to slow it down a little bit, trying to get those placement points, and not necessarily elimination points, but elimination points will definitely help them move up and be able to secure their spot. And the finals for Out of the Deep is going to be next week. I believe day 1 of the finals is going to be September 1st. XForce and Alpha 4. All right, XForce definitely moving in. Alpha 4 is got XForce kind of pinned in between. M416 Legend takes a jump and is going to take out M416. Legend trying to get that revive. 99 9 is coming in, is getting it, has been dropped and eliminated. XForce is down in trouble. They are down to a duo with 1 elimination. Alpha 4, a team of 3 with 2. So this is a 3v2 right here in Quarry. DK trying to get some shots in. I believe he did get some shots. I don't know if he got anything. He did get a drop on Alpha 101. So Alpha 4 kind of in a little bit of trouble now. So this could very easily turn into a 2v1 unless Alpha 4 can grab this revive. And they are definitely working on that revive. Let's head over really quickly to SE4L in V9. V9 with 1 elimination. And a Jacklord is on the run with going after a Zaman. Zaman is going to be in trouble. Completely surrounded there. The SK-12 definitely gets an elimination there right before going out. The rest of V9 and SE4L coming in strong. V9 may come out on top here. Fighty down and out, in V9 with 4 eliminations, losing 2 of their members in the process. So they're going to be moving forward, being a duo here on out. XForce has been eliminated as well. So XForce, Team 16. Simplisity Gaming, Game 4. They're definitely a team of 3, and we have seen them tonight come out on top going against these teams that are full squad. These 3 have worked tremendously well together tonight, securing those kills and securing at least being in the top 10 just about every single match. And there they are. It looks like they did get 3 eliminations there, losing absolutely no one from the team. And that they are again up there in the top 10 already, because we have had teams drop like flies. Celebrity Killers. Let's go jump in with Celebrity Killers. Maybe not. Let's do it again. Jumping in with the Celebrity Killers here. 77K. Alright, there are 0 eliminations currently. Still have plenty of time. It looks like they've got team check in a sight. $77 with a beautiful drop there. Is he going to be able to confirm the kill, but is taking shots. Definitely being hit a few times there. All right, let's see. We don't have a lot of teams, a lot of going on right now, so we're going to kind of sit tight right here with team check. All right, Snaky with those grenades, it looks like. Team check getting dropped here, left and right. Snaky gets taken out. That the S12K shotgun is dangerous. That is another team of favorites alongside with the DBS. All of the commotion going on has pulled in Noob Gaming, rushing in and not giving Celebrity Killers any kind of time to be able to actually heal up. But they are moving in as a team of 3 right on top of a team of 4. So this is a 4v3. Celebrity Killers could win this, but we have definitely seen Noob Esports for sure work really well being a team of 3 and even a duos. Oli is down and out. Winner has been dropped. 77K. Looks like he's going to try to confirm that. NE, the last one, currently still standing, trying to hold his own. NE is down and out, and Celebrity Killers once again pick up some more eliminations, bringing them to a total of 5, and they are staying as a full squad. 7 teams are remaining, and our zone is about to shift here into zone 3. All right, keeping Yasnaya Polyana out there still in zone, so we could still see some teams kind of go out to that direction to secure a couple buildings. But all in all, it's going to be wide open. Not going to be a lot of cover. There are a little few buildings here and there between Yasnaya and Polyana and the school. We've got the apartments of school that are still in play. All right, Celebrity Killers. We've got Sinners are rolling in, pulling up in on them with 3 eliminations. And they are sitting as a full squad. So this is a 4v4, but Celebrity Killers had plenty of time to be able to get healed up nicely. Sinners now down to a team of 3. Celebrity Killers are doing some work trying to get, they're up to 6 eliminations. Hustle did take a grenade there, but it's gonna be healing right back up like nothing ever happened. Jazzy with a molly there. Does that molly get well placed? It doesn't actually get into the building like it needed to. Jazzy is in trouble, running around. It's like a cat and mouse inside the house. Jazzy with 2 drops there. Confirmed kill. See you jumps out the window right before the grenade. And celebrity killers are down and out and back to the lobby. Sinners with 7 eliminations and only lost 1 of their members. So they're going to be moving forward, being a team of 3. 6 teams remain for our last match. All right, we've got Simplisity Gaming is still alive. Real Gunners still sitting as a full squad. Currently 0 eliminations, but they do have time. There's still plenty of teams that are still out there for them to get those elimination points. Obsidian Vortex is going to be our one and only team, along with Real Gunners are going to be our teams that are still remaining as a full squad. All right, Center's trying to grab a couple buildings. We do have a little more buildings here, but they are very small. Zozo driving around does get tagged there just a little bit, but is going to be turning around and regrouping back with the team. And the Sinners look like the Sinners were just going to fall right into that trap of follow me, come back to my team so we can all kill you. But Sinners was definitely smart not to follow down into the trap with Real Gunners. I believe Simplicity Gaming has a member down. Can they get that revive? They did. Home Depot is back up on his feet. So they're going to be continuing being a team of 3 with 5 eliminations. And we have 5 teams that are remaining. 3 of our 5 are already in the zone trying to set up, find the buildings to kind of sit and wait it out a little bit. All right, Alpha 4 just across the street from Sinners. All right, we're going to try to get y'all back in that action. Both of the cams went down, so a lot of action. Devices just can't keep up. RU is it down? And is it down out in that blue zone? Can the revive take place? Simplicity Gaming rolling in. 2 drops there. Nicely done. Can Home Depot did get the confirmed kill. Nicely done there. Home Depot is going to try to get a revive. Hopefully can before going out themselves. Got to stay alive. Home Depot hops in the car. The last one that is still standing in the zone is hurting, has no mistakes here, cannot run into anything or is going to very quickly go out to zone. Healing up while driving. Simplicity. Home Depot very nicely was able to get into zone before dying. Four teams remaining. Real Gunners, as I believe is going to be the only team. They are the only team that is still sitting as a full squad with 0 eliminations. Alpha 4 eliminations and a duo. We have definitely seen them for sure hold their own with being just a duo. All right, Real Gunners taking their time at getting into the zone, but they are out there in the open, and Alpha 4 can see them coming as soon as. Jazzy with some good shots that believe did get a knock there. Alpha 4 is down. Alpha 101, it looks like Alpha 4 may be in trouble now. Alpha 101 gets a drop on Jay-Z. Alpha 4 101 pulling the trigger with that shotgun is laying down the teams like flies and then bringing them up to 7 eliminations, and is gonna heal up. Can the Real Gunners get this revive? This should very well, if they can get that revive, it should keep them up to a team of 3. Smoke grenades are going out like crazy, trying to provide enough smoke there to be able to get the revive. All right, Karan, the last man, still stands for Sinners. Real Gunners with a team of 3. They do have the upper hand. But as we have seen tonight, we have seen a lot of these teams that have had the upper hand, but have lost it right at last minute. There is a lot of smoke going up. fades and trying to get in. Looks like he jumped out of the buggy too soon and was taken out by running in. Zozo gonna come in with the revive, but with a grenade in hand, if well placed, could very well take out Alpha 101. All right, we're down to 2 teams. Real Gunners being a team of 2, and Alpha 101. Last man still stands. Can Alpha 101 clutch this and giving Alpha 4 the chicken dinner? It is just gets inside his own, has to heal up quickly, or Real Gunners could take him out. 101 in a very awkward position here, place here, is not going to be able to get, takes a grenade. And is down and out and runs through the flames of the molly, gets taken out. Real Gunners taking the chicken dinner for match 4 with 3 eliminations. We did see them the entire game come in, just kind of play it safe, play it to the very end, getting that chicken dinner. They did extremely well. Alpha 4 Legends coming in second, Sinners coming in third, Simplisity Gaming coming in fourth, Obsidian Vortex coming in fifth, V9 coming in sixth, Celebrity Killers coming in seventh, NOOBS Esports coming in 8th, ICe Elves coming in 9th, Team Check coming in 10th, Oblivion Esports coming in 11th, XForce coming in 12th, Team SE4L coming in 13th, and BALLAS coming in 14th. Alpha 101 going all out with 5 eliminations. Jazzy from Sinners with the best companion with 2 rescues, and Godlin with the finished kill, giving Real Gunners the chicken dinner for match 4. That is it for this. We will catch y'all at another time on another stream. Y'all have a wonderful rest of y'all's evening, Saturday evening. Until next stream, guys, I will catch y'all later.